From the 1011 Now streaming studio, this is The Night Beat.
Good evening, I'm Danielle Shenk with your headlines for Friday, September 20th. Before we get to some crime news, human remains were found outside a Beatrice church. According to the Gage County Sheriff's Office, a skull confirmed to be human was discovered at the Mennonite church on Wednesday. Investigators say tree roots appeared to have unearthed it, and it's not linked to any active cases. The remains will be examined by the Nebraska State Historical Society to check for Native American connections before burial. Nearly 2 weeks after a shooting at the Casey's on 33rd and Holdridge left a woman hospitalized, 2 suspects are now in custody in Georgia. Lincoln police say 21-year-old Bradley Dennis and an 18-year-old were arrested by U.S. Marshals in a small town in northwest Georgia. Both are set to be extradited to Nebraska to face firearms charges, with the 18-year-old being taken to the Youth Service Center. The Nebraska State Patrol arrested a Garden County Sheriff's deputy for first-degree sexual assault and 2 counts of child abuse. The investigation began in July at the request of the Attorney General's office. 39-year-old Bruce Neal of Oshkosh was taken into custody at his home and is being held at the Cheyenne County Jail. The investigation remains ongoing. Also in the Panhandle, a teen was taken into custody after bringing a gun to the Alliance High School football game against Hershey Thursday evening. Alliance police say school resource officer Sherlock found the student in the bleachers, and while detaining him, a black handgun fell from the student's waistband. The firearm was secured without incident, and no injuries were reported. Both sides of the medical marijuana debate were in court today as a judge reviewed a lawsuit to remove the petitions from the ballot. Secretary of State Bob Evnant filed a cross-claim requesting the petitions be withdrawn if they lack valid signatures. Over 200 signatures were found fraudulent, with a Hall County man charged with forgery. Despite this, Evnant certified the petitions. A judge is now considering whether to dismiss the case, with a hearing yet to be scheduled. Lastly, if you've noticed more dragonflies around town, you're not alone. 1011 received reports of large swarms, which entomologist Kate Chapman says is due to earlier heavy rains and warmer temperatures. Dragonflies are aquatic insects, and Lincoln had its 7th wettest July on record. Chapman adds dragonflies help control the mosquito populations and will decrease as temperatures drop. Rounding out your headlines is a check of the 7-day forecast.
You've been listening to The Night Beat. Watch, listen, and stream on the 1011 app on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts.